Ladies and gentlemen, I have a confession to make. I have been depressed for like a week, maybe more. It's not just about Selena. I have several things to be crestfallen about. And this comes at the worst possible time because this is when I usually do my monthly fundraiser. And so, if you would like to contribute or donate, you can send letters to T. Lewison 5430 Birdwood Road, 416, Houston, Texas 77096. I got a PayPal, a Venmo, a Cash App, and a Patron. If you have appreciated any of the work I've done for almost 7 years, or any time along there. Okay, so as I've been talking about all year, October would probably be the stormiest month on record, and it has not disappointed. Although, granted, a few of my hurricane predictions and intensity did. And I'm going to have to find out next year if our atmospheric defense has gotten that good, or the upper atmospheric wind conditions were so intense that the hurricanes really couldn't form. I guess that's what science is about now, isn't it? So yeah, we got a big storm coming to the northeast. It's starting now, and it is going to explode tomorrow night. Look, there's Rebecca. People are mad they named it. Whatever. People get mad about everything. So it's like you got rainy and windy over here. Then you got blizzardy and windy over here. And then you got super cold over here. And then you got very fiery and windy over here. I think the last count I saw, it had 1.8 million people without power in California. Or they were just there at that was the high total at some specific amount. The high winds, Santa Ana, will be continuing through North and South California through Thursday. Right now it is Wednesday. And we're looking at the next 48 hours of mixed precipitation. And the big story here is this is going to possibly spin up some tornadoes throughout here. And then it's going to bring some definitely heavy winds to the coast. Tropical storm and possibly hurricane force. Cranky weather guy, who's done as good a job as anybody out there all season long on the weather, is breaking it down like a total nerd for you. I highly recommend you checking out him on Twitter, which is at crankywxguy, or his blog, which I will leave linked for you. I gotta warn you, he can be cranky at times. And like me, he doesn't put any faith in either political party. Okay, so yeah, this is what we're going with now. It's bringing some rain across the east United States, some snow into like Minneapolis, Wisconsin, Illinois. Hey, Canada, you're getting snow too. Los Angeles Times, extremely critical fire weather will continue Thursday in Los Angeles and Ventura counties, and particularly in the mountains of Southern California and the National Weather Service. We have some extreme fire danger conditions for Santa Clarita, up to about Santa Barbara, and then down from near Palm Springs to San Diego. Volcanoes. E-weather. Brand new HRRR. I wonder if that's George R.R. Martin's brother. All in on wind gusts for tomorrow night. 40 to 60 inland. 45 to 65 at the coast. Higher elevations inland get the highest gusts. Look at those tiger stripes. Cranky weather guy be breaking it all down for you. Several trailing elements must catch and assimilate with lead elements and align to hit the higher end potential. Misalignment can cause an undercut of potential. Final call is it is over APPS tomorrow. The Appalachians, I think. Pretty good look that it will come together strongly, however. Good night. Hey, thanks a lot, dude. You have kicked ass. And John Home Nuck, who doesn't give a The air mass in the northeast on the Thursday will be anomalously moist. Oh, baby. The latest Euro suggests precipitable water values will exceed 550% of normal, an 8.5 sigma. Earlier runs has varied from 450 to 550%. That's a 6.5 to 8.5 sigma if you're into that. So yeah, this could be a pretty big event tomorrow. And gosh, Jason J.R. Patton is letting us know our friends in the Philippines must be exhausted by all these earthquakes. A 6.4, a 6.6, and today a 6.5, and they have brought some buildings down. Check this out. I do like the spread on temperature. I don't know why. 141 degrees on October 30th. You have 95 degrees in Jacksonville and negative 46 in Peter Stinks, Utah. Why are you guys mad at Peter? I mean, just because he got robbed to pay Paul? Man, my jokes are not hitting on all cylinders today. Yeah, like I like to say, Earth is like a McDLT. And yeah, I know you kids don't know what that is. But McDonald's had this fancy invention called styrofoam. So they put one side of the hamburger on the cold side, like the lettuce, the bun, the tomato, and the onion. And then they put the hot side, like the meat, and then the bottom part of the bun on the other side of the styrofoam. And it was a McDLT. Kept the hot side hot and the cold side cold. And that's what our planet is, except it's also like a lava lamp with those points bouncing around. Ryan Haas. We begin the month with an all-time October record highs, and now we're ending it with all-time October lows. Extreme month to say the least across the USA. Extreme month to say the least. No matter what, I think you can go ahead and write in pen that the Eris month is and will probably continue to be the most weathery, severe weather months of the years. So that's good, right? Here we're looking at an amazing video of a horse that goes back into the fire to get his horse buddy and a foal to come back to safety. Man, I love horses. Horse vet here. Horses seek their herd mates when frightened. This is why a lone horse will run back into a burning barn. Only the most alpha stallion or mare will take point when in danger. Horses live by the code, stronger together. This explains me a lot, really, over the last 7 years. As I've said, we're all in this together, and I put my life on the line daily to bring you guys the truth and try and unite us. Because I am a Sagittarius. Half man, half horse, ladies. And so, it's been dangerous for me to tell you guys since 2015, and specifically since 2017, that we would probably see a 75% chance of volcano eruptions in California this year, 95% chance next year, and large earthquake eruptions. And we have our eye on December because, remember, in California, it has the largest housing bubble, real estate bubble in the United States. And so, they got billion-dollar interests who don't necessarily want that information out there. But of all the people I know that have moved from California to other places, as I've recommended, no one has complained. So yeah, dude, I'd do it again. You got to give Ariana Grande points for going all Twilight Zone on her Halloween costume. We got at least 9 wildfires burning in Southern California right now. You can come to my Twitter and click this link if you want the updates for them. Storm Team 4, New York. Severe storms could slam the tri-state area late on Halloween. Destructive winds, flooding, tornadoes are possible. If you're in the red, you are looking at the possibility of tornadoes, and in the orange as well. Brittany Boyer bringing us the top wind gusts of the day in SoCal. 76 at Boney Mountain and 69 at Devil Canyon. That's not as sexy as it sounds. And continuing with the severe weather madness, Eric Webb. At the rate we are going, there's a legitimate chance this season's accumulated cyclone energy, ACE, and the North Indian Ocean actually doubles the next most active hurricane season on record, 2007. Hopefully, I'm not the only one who thinks this is absolutely insane. Insane in the membrane. Yeah, I mean, these are crazy times. And our shoddy ticky-tack infrastructure that's pretty much from either the 60s, the 50s, or the 80s is not built to handle this stuff across the globe. And the grand transition seems a bit stuck in the mud. Blame me if you want to, that's fine. Dakota Smith, the weather DAC smoke plume of the Easy Fire this morning in Southern California. Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. It's sort of depressing for me to think that if there were coming volcanic activity that our government knew about, both political parties would do what they could to keep it covered. Not really at their choice. But, either way, it's depressing. I mentioned I was depressed? But yeah, dude, the Popocatépetl volcano in Mexico has had activity every single day this year. And that's right down south of the volcano chain that runs through California, Oregon, Washington, into Canada, and then Mexico. But Mikey P is saying expect severe mid-Atlantic Thursday as strong flow associated with negative tilt. Shortwave develops. Low-topped QLCS line with damaging wind and brief spin-up tornadoes. Yeah, because I don't believe in politics at all, I tell you guys the truth. And so, the Federal Reserve cut interest rates for the third time this year, on top of pumping $75 billion into the markets almost every single day since September 23rd in repo stealth QE, although they say it's not QE. So yeah, dude, the economy's not in great shape, Wouldn't it be great? But seriously, if you have a $23 trillion debt, then you wouldn't want to be paying a lot of interest on it, would you? Ryan Maeda, SoCal, and the worst of the fire weather today at extremely critical levels. The solar wind from the solar minimum has been bringing some intense geomagnetic, geoaffective activity, as we can see through the auroras. Jack Sillen, who's always chilling so much that he's probably going as Mr. Freeze tomorrow for Halloween. Lots of moisture headed up the East Coast over the next few days before a sharp cold front brings drier air in from the west. Sadly, California weather remains quite dry for the foreseeable future. Although there are rumors that after possibly Monday, they might not get any Santa Ana winds for at least 10 days, but that will have to be monitored. It doesn't hurt to pray. E-weather is bullish on the front. A look at the 12Z NAM wind gust progression. I'm bullish on the front. That's going to roar through here before sunrise on Friday a.m. It's pretty extreme, man. You're going to be getting some pretty extreme winds in New York. Katya, are you listening? All types of threat, said Strongbad. And California's not the only place with volcanoes. I mean wildfires. On both sides of the border between Bulgaria and Serbia continue to rage, destroying whole forests on the Balkan Mountains. We're looking at outside the Reagan Presidential Library in Simi Valley, California, as a fast-moving wildfire has forced evacuations in the area. Mikey JP bringing us a blast from the past with lightning, superbolt. Kevin M. Gill, which kind of sounds like McGillicuddy, but it's not, showing us that you can catch Saturn, Jupiter, the Moon, and Venus in the sky if you want. And then tomorrow, Mercury goes retrograde, but on the 1st of November, Mars will be visible in the sky. you should be getting an energetic boost. Let me know. Ron Seaberg. Wow, that's an eerie shot. From Kent Porter. A meteor streaks across the night sky as gusty winds create an ember cast on a valley oak tree burned in the Kincaid fire earlier Wednesday. 2019, bro. Josh Fitzpatrick, a.k.a. Iron Man. There's also a risk for localized flooding on Halloween, especially in the yellow zone. Remember, kids, don't eat yellow snow or rain. This means you, Ohio, Kentucky, West Virginia, Maryland, and Pennsylvania. Jason J. R. General Patton, Cascadia. Earthquakes occur inside the Earth, not on Earth's surface. Let's consider the effect of earthquake depth on ground shaking intensity. To see this, let's examine two earthquakes of the same magnitude with nearby epicenters, but with hypothetical hypocenters at different depths. These weren't hypothetical. I think these were real. So shallow is bad. Deep is not as bad. And I had a thought. What is the deepest earthquake ever recorded? Feel free to go ahead and leave that in the comment section. Now we're looking at the earthquake in the Philippines, which was a 6.6, which shook buildings, tore some buildings down, and rattled a lot of people, I imagine. There were probably casualties as well. Marshall Shepard letting us know that Tropical Cyclone Kayar is the Arabian Sea's second strongest storm on record. The GFS has now caved to the NAM and the faster solution of the negative tilt trough. Look at this spooky bitch. Fierce winds in Northern California have played a large role in quickly spreading the Kincaid fire. And then look at that monster that goes up. So this is just kind of pretty super duper wild all over. Ed Piotrowski letting us know there's a 60-degree temperature difference from one end of Texas to the other. 23 degrees in Dumas and 83 in Brownsville. Predicts weather. Here comes the cold front. Now this thing is impressive to watch. Like, let's watch this thing as the two fight together, you and I. It's kind of like a date. Look at that. Definitely look at that. If you're looking away, look at that. It's crazy. That's pretty impressive. Boom. Hey, there's Katya now. Obama will kill stock market. No. Trump will kill stock market. No. Elizabeth Warren will kill stock market. Yeah, it'll probably just keep going up until they snap it back, because you wouldn't want hyperinflation, especially not with the global reserve currency. That would be very bad. Very bad. Like biblical lawlessness and shit. Nobody wants that. Except for like 3 dickheads. Yeah, Cranky Weather Guy's totally breaking this thing down for you. I'll leave his blog link for you in the information box. So you get wildfires, you get super cold, then you get big Halloween storms, you get snow, thunder snow, rain douses millions, ridge builds behind Bessie. Ooh, is she single? This is about as dramatic as they get around here. I mean, look at how that just blows out super fast, of the coldest variety. Cranky letting us know good alignment with the jet entrance certainly helps. That'll do, pig. That'll do. And the pig reference confuses me. The West Coast has major power outage happening right now, and the East Coast will have major power outage potential tomorrow night. The Brady letting us know once cold front moves in, wouldn't be surprised if anywhere north and west of Rhode Island could see their first snowflakes coating, 2 inches for upstate New York and higher terrain New England. Matthew Faria. Soaker coming tomorrow, Friday a.m. Trick-or-treating may get postponed by some mayors to Friday night. This front sweeps the pattern out of here. Sunshine returns Friday. Wait, is trick-or-treating legal in November? You better give thanks for that candy. Anthony, leave the gun, take the cannoli Siciliano. Yeah, there's certainly a strong front there. 2-point maps are great for it. Cranky weather guy talking shit about weather again. Low-level jet quadrant with heavy rain tap, squall line, and low center pressure gradient and post-frontal winds. I'm sure some of my elevation intents are a bit off in location or expanse, but it's just a guide. Maybe a bit bold, but that CAA is strong. Mid-Atlantic squall can be hit or miss, so we'll be on the lookout to see whether it overperforms, underperforms, or just performs. As is this, which will come together to enhance values well into the 70 knot range. And that is not what we want. And yeah, now that is a cold front. And so October is going to close out wild, wacky, and severe weathery. So everybody be prepared. Have a wonderful night tonight, tomorrow night, all November and December, and the rest of your life. And if you do want to contribute, keep me on as your planetary defense commander, you know how to do it. You got my address here. I love getting letters. And then the digital shit. Maybe it'll get to me. Who knows? All right. God bless everyone. Stay cool. And haters, rarely do I get really depressed for a couple days. So now is your chance to take some pot shots at me in the comments. Though I doubt you listen this long. But you'll probably have the intuition to do it, at a time. Okay. God bless everyone. Stay cool. And if I hadn't seen 7 of the most beautiful women on the planet in person multiple times, not that I touched them or even talked to them, they just somehow always have to be around, kind of. I don't know, it's strange. I tell you about it, but I can't. It's weird. Being planetary defense commander and THORnews is definitely strange. Okay, 7 years. Yay. Stay cool.